Happy birthday. Born on the 5th of December. Now that's a very fast horoscope to have, a bit too fast. You need to slow down because you create stress, you could create anxiety not only for yourself but for others. At the speed you drive, at the speed you talk, at the speed you do anything. And that's of course a perfect recipe for you to make mistakes because of the quickness at which you want to get to the other side, taking shortcuts. That's no good. I want you to slow down in thought, slow down in action. Think twice before you say, think twice before you do. That way you will improve your horoscope much more. Just a simple 2 words, slow down. Think before you say anything. Let your brain wake up. Your tongue is too fast. And before your brain can say, don't say it, there you go and say it. Brain says, don't buy it, there you go and buy it. And all these are problems, and then the regret comes later, the sorry comes later, but that's no good. So slow down, that's all you need, and you'll be able to handle your horoscope much better. It's a very clever horoscope, absorbs energy very fast, absorbs knowledge very fast. You learn and memorize things very quickly, but the problem is you also take shortcuts. Given a book of 10 pages of rules and regulations, you will only read up to the 2nd page. And then you will say, yeah, I understand it, no problem. And of course you don't understand it because you've only read 2 pages out of 10. And that's how you are. You have to improve. You are going to get many big opportunities in your life, in business and in job. And you cannot behave that way. You can be a leader in commerce. You cannot be a person who leaves everybody else open to a lot of headaches and problems. So be careful. You really have to be cautious. Don't make promises you can't keep. Your tongue will just say, yes, we can do it, when you know you can't later on, and then you come to apologize. Oh yes, I'll be there at 10 a.m. and you know actually later you can't, and you ring up and make excuses. So slow down and try to get a handle on your horoscope and try to handle it properly. Of course, as you get older and older, you'll be able to do that. But then why wait for so long? Why not try to improve it much earlier? Now, you can be a good doctor, you can be a good lawyer, you can be a good architect, you can be good in anything because you have a good memory and you have the ability to absorb knowledge and education as well. Now, regarding personal areas in life like marriage, I would ask you to marry much do because you have a roving eye and you have a short memory about the promises you made, and then you will be a person who will do the wrong thing in a marriage by having a love affair. That's all very possible, by the way. It doesn't mean it must happen. It now all depends on your time of birth, whether it can improve your date of birth. Of course, it involves the year of birth as well, and it involves looking at your palms. So all I know is you are born on the 5th of December. And this alone, this little information worries me that you can land yourself in financial situations which are sometimes more than knee deep. They come right up to your neck level. And also creating trouble because your impulsiveness, your hastiness, your impatience will be very strong. It's not a bad horoscope. It needs a lot of advice. And then it becomes a genius of a horoscope who can do things in areas of gifts of communication and marketing fields are so excellent for you. Now what about 2018? Let's talk about that. How are you going to do there? Well, I don't know how old you are. All I know is you're going to go into 2018 very soon. Now based on the 5th of December, you have to be careful of certain ages. We know that the calendar year has given you a 40% bonus, which is good. Now what about the other 60%? The other 60% depends on your age. If your age is good, then you will do very well. If the age is bad, you will do extremely bad. It's a question of extremes now. Let's pretend that you are the ages of 23 or 32 or 41 or 50 or 59 or 68 or 77. If you are any of these ages, you have to be very careful entering 2018. Mistakes made, especially in the emotional area, will be very difficult to rectify. Talks of separation, talks of divorce, talks of very much unhappiness, talk of losing a job, talk of doing terribly in business, talk of having stress and anxiety above to your eye level. Oh, all this is very possible if you're of these ages. Now, always remember that you can control your horoscope, but you need to know it first, and that's where I come in. So I will need your full date of birth, your time of birth, look at your palms, do tarot cards for you, face read you, and help you as much as I can. Now I'm going to give you another example of ages which can be very helpful for you. These people of these ages, which I'm going to mention now, they just get extremely lucky. And so, if you are the ages of, let's see, let me choose. If you are the ages of, well, let me go to the best. And if you are the ages of 25, so let me go back a bit to, all right, let's start at 25. If you are the ages of 25, 34, 43, 52, 61 or 70 or even 16, then you're going to be much luckier in 2018. These planets will attract another group of planets to help, and you can go abroad to study, you can go abroad to work, you can go abroad for holidays. So this thing about foreign things is very good. You can attract job offers from abroad, and then you'll be very lucky doing that. You can find a very good romance, you can improve your marriage or even want to get married, because in 2018 there is a tremendously good group of planets which are very emotionally driven. So if you're of these good ages which I've just mentioned, you will do very well in 2018, and you'll be very lucky as well. So you see what difference of ages can do in the same calendar year. So I need to get your full details, to do a full horoscope for yourself, to make you sure where you're going to land in 2018. How well is your landing, soft or hard? Whether you're going to have ups and downs so many, or is it going to be stable? So I need to do all that. Regarding your health, I'm worried of two areas. One is your spinal area, which is going to be a lot of a problem in 2018 for you. Something about your spine is going to become worse. And secondly, it's got to do with areas like the bladder and the bowels and gastric problems basically. So the bowels and the gastric problem, and the other one is the bladder infections or some things like that. So be very cautious about these things, and if you get any symptoms, go and check up. So it's going to be an up and down year for you born on the 5th of December in 2018. It's up to you to stabilize it, up to you to know. So do go to Facebook, do go to Skype, send me an email, let's make the contact, let me tell you what exactly is waiting for you based on your full date of birth, your time of birth, looking at your palms, face reading your face, and using Kabbalistic Tarot as well in the 90 minutes for you. Well, until then, have a good birthday, and happy birthday again. Thank you. Bye-bye.